Welcome back to our conversation with House Speaker Ron Mariano. Mr. Speaker, as a former teacher and school committee member, do you believe that teacher unions here in Massachusetts that are urging their members to refuse to return to the classrooms are being unreasonable?
Well, unreasonable may be a difficult word to use. I think everyone has their own personal concerns about their health. And I can certainly understand a teacher who's at the tail end of their career having some health concerns about their family at home and their exposure to COVID. So I don't have a problem with the concerns that have been expressed. But I think it's incumbent upon us to move teachers into the head of the line so that they have access to the vaccine. They can say with some degree of confidence that they're protected. They can take the vaccine, still mask up, still practice social distancing, and be relatively safe in knowing that, relatively sure in knowing that they're safe from infection.
Well, you know what critics of some of the teacher reluctance to return have said, that teachers want to be treated like essential employees, get to the head of the line for vaccines and so forth, and yet they haven't acted in some cases like other frontline so-called essential workers, grocery store workers, EMTs and so forth. What do you say to that?
Well, as a former teacher, I think the essential component of this whole argument are the kids. And the education they're receiving now is second rate. You can't send kids to school for 1 day a week or 2 days a week or half days and expect education to go on as it had been. You know, we're deluding ourselves if we don't make this a priority. We have to get these kids back into school on a regular basis.
Mr. Speaker, last summer, a group of State House staffers called on legislative leaders to take a series of steps to address what they said were issues with the racial climate on Beacon Hill. They asked for a central office on diversity and equity, a formal process for reporting racial harassment, a paid internship program to recruit diverse staff, among other things. Then Speaker DeLeo appointed a working group to address this. What progress have they made, and do you see these issues as a priority for the House?
Well, yeah, I do see them as a priority, and the discussions have been ongoing for a while. And what I did as I put together my leadership team is to work with the Senate to create a committee on racial equity. And I think that will be the first step in identifying some of the problems that we deal with in legislation around racial equity. At the same time, we'll continue to have the talks with the employees about where they see some of the problems in our operations here.
You've represented and continue to represent one of the most diverse communities in the state. Do you think that gives you a leg up on these issues?
Well, John, I'm one of the few districts in the Commonwealth, I think, that has, I have a Catholic church, a Protestant church, a mosque, and a Buddhist temple, all within walking distance from my house. So it is a fairly diverse neighborhood. Yeah, it is. And so I think I have some understanding of the differences that people have.
Which one do you go to?
The Catholic Church. That's just tradition.
All right. Well, Mr. Speaker, our time is up, but we will really look forward to checking in with you several times a year to get your perspective.
Happy to do it.
Great. Look forward to it.